In this video, I'm going to walk you through a little bit about what the experience would be for your customers placing an order online, how your team would fulfill that order, and what would happen if a customer called in an exchange in order to get that piece of equipment serviced or replaced, and lastly, complete a rental return. So with that, let's dive in. First, we're starting here in Gateway. This is the e-commerce platform for your company. You can show off what your equipment looks like and what your rates are, and as well as provide some additional information. So if I jump into the air compressors here, I can see things like the standard rates. I can see embedded videos. I can see specifications. And most importantly, we can add it to the cart. So let's go into the cart and order this. I'm currently logged in as a salesperson, which means I have the ability to see availability turned on. You can choose whether this is turned on or off for your customers. We can change our rates. So instead of saying it's going to be from there, let's set it for the 25th to the 8th instead. You can configure how far out they need to give you notice if they're going to be placing an order online, because it's probably unrealistic that you can, if they place an order at 11 p.m., then you can actually fulfill it at 7 a.m. So you can set that out. We're going to check out on this one. Since I'm logged into the customer, I can select from the existing job site for this customer. And then I need to put in who is the site contact, what their phone number is. And if a purchase order is required for this customer, that's also going to be required here as well. And we put any special notes. Perfect. Now I can proceed to pay and actually place this order, or I can request a quote if I just want to find out more information. Because this customer is on account, I'm able to confirm that I have available credit left and proceed with the reservation. Perfect. So we can see our order here now. And now we're going to jump into SRM and we're going to convert this into a contract. So in order to do that, we go into portal management, portal confirmations. We can either search specifically by that one, which was 943, and pull it up, or we can just see the list of all open ones for this customer or for this location. We've got our instructions here. We've got who the customer is. We've got their dates, and we've got their products. So let's go ahead and convert this into a contract. So I'm going to convert into a contract. This customer does have some outstanding credit with us, so I was just warning us of that as well. Confirming things like taxes and dates. And now we're into the counter worksheet. Everything looks great. And we want to convert. So now we need to choose the specific product number that we're going to be fulfilling. First, we confirm our meter, and we are now into our contract total. You do also have the ability with Texada Pay to email this contract for a deposit if you want to collect deposit in advance, and you have the ability to use e-signature to get the customer to sign the document from their own device in advance. So this is just showing me what the contract would look like. This would obviously be your terms and conditions on the back page here, and your company information up here. And these are some optional instructions that are automatically added based on your company configuration. So now that that contract 1706 has been completed and created, we're able to schedule it for a dispatcher for your logistics team to send out. So with this, we're going to jump over to Texada Web, just one click. And now we're into the other interface. All right, now we're looking at our dashboard view, see what is all scheduled for today. But for this flow, we're going to create a ticket. So we're going to create a ticket, delivery. So there's our air compressor here. If there's other items, it would show me them here, confirming where it's coming from, what branch, where it's going to. And let's create our ticket. The ticket's been created. I can see in my scheduling view everything that's going on for the day. That one we had scheduled for the 25th, I believe it was. Yeah. So we'll take that one. We'll assign it to the driver, Adam. And now we're going to jump over to mobile device to complete this delivery. All right, so we're logged in as a driver now. We'll grab the ticket and let's start loading. So I've got this piece of equipment here. And now we're loading the piece of equipment in the yard. We're able to successfully load it. You can add any photos you want. You can confirm the meter. And you do also have the ability to set up inspection forms here as well if you want to capture specific information on each order. So if you want to do like a 5-point pre-delivery inspection with numbers, text boxes, pictures, text instructions, doesn't matter. So now that we're fully loaded, we're now in our drive on the way there, and we can see that is now in progress here. So this is now the drivers on their way. They've arrived on site. If your drivers do want help navigating there, they have the ability to call the location where they're headed to. They also have the ability to click this and it'll launch Google Maps, which will directly navigate them to the customer site. From here, if we arrive on site, everything's good. Let's go ahead and unload the asset. So again, the best practice we recommend is to take photos of the piece of equipment on the customer site, which shows the last time that your company has touched it, to make sure that any damage that's created from there until it's returned is customer damage. So we're going to say we're all good. We completed that, and our ticket is now complete. If there were any issues with the delivery, I have the ability to flag it for review. This will make it show up in bright red on the dispatching view, so they know they need to take some action. Maybe the gate code was wrong. Maybe the customer mentioned something about a previous order that they weren't happy with, or that they want something else to be picked up. Any communication you need between the yard and the office, you'll be able to populate there. So confirm with the customer, this is what we delivered. Everything looks good. You can grab their signature, and any contacts for the customer that you have in the system, you're able to use here as well. So we'll email the signed copy to Ruben, and we are completed. So this is the completed view. I've done all my tickets, so let's jump back over to the web to see what's going on. So if we look at the driver here, we can see it's about 30 seconds behind the unloading status. So this one's almost completed. If we go into deliveries, we'll be able to see all of our tickets that are going on. And this is the one we just completed here. And let's go ahead and close that. If there's no exceptions, you can close it just from this view. If there were any exceptions, you can dive into it and learn more. So that ticket has now been completed and closed. The piece of equipment will now go on rent as of the rental period because we put it on in advance. So that one has now been completed. Now, if a customer calls and they're having an issue with a piece of equipment and we need to do an exchange, then let's go through that flow. All right, now if a customer calls in and they say, hey, there's an issue I'm having with my air compressor and we need to do an exchange, we want to get a new one out there as soon as possible, let's do that. So we'll jump into the contract here. This is our customer. Really what we want is your contract screen to be the hub of everything that's going on for the contract. So you go in here, you can see your line items, and we want to be able to do an exchange right from here. So we'll do this. We'll look for one of the same, and we'll grab it. So we'll grab one of the same here, create our exchange tickets, and off we go. Here we'll see we've created these pickup and delivery tickets. So let's jump over to them. We can look at them in our scheduling view, and let's grab these 4 of these. So we're going to give them to Adam. Perfect. So now that those are scheduled for him, he's able to know that he needs to go to the branch and pick up another air compressor, and he's going to take it to the customer site and pick up the one off of the customer. So let's take a look. So these are our pickup and delivery tickets. So let's start with the delivery ticket. We're going to go quickly through here. We're going to load these. Perfect. Load is now complete. So now we're driving to the customer site. We arrive on site, grab it, unload our assets. Yep. If you do have inspection forms, it will require the inspection form to be completed. Take the photos, grab the meter, anything that you have set up, you're able to configure there. Grab your signature, and we're good. And then we do the same with our pickup ticket. So now we're loading the old broken one from the customer. So we can do that. Load. Load complete. Grab the signature from the pickup. And we are on our way. As we arrive back to the branch, we're going to complete this back in the location, unload it, and we're done. Perfect. So now we've completed the exchange. The driver's done. The piece of equipment's back in the yard, and everything's done for this driver. And then the next step is we want to complete a rental return. So if we go over to contracts, we can use that same contract, 1701. We can see all the details here. We can see the piece of equipment. And then let's go into rental return. So contract 1701. We'll do a return of everything. We want to update our status code for this one. We'll say, yeah, we're available. Everything looks good. And now we're viewing the invoice. So because it's an on-account customer, this just goes on account. They'll be receiving that information on their next invoice statement, and they'll be able to pay that at the end of the month. So with that, we've covered creating an order online. We've converted it into a contract. We've done the delivery. We had to do an exchange, unfortunately, but it does happen. And then we did our rental return. So hope you enjoyed a little bit of a day in life in your counter operations. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your account executive. Thank you very much.